My doctor advised me if I keep doing all this tech news, I could have an achondromascular granulism before the year is out. You know what I told him? It's worth it. It's worth it. In case you do other things with your time than doom scroll social media, this morning Facebook itself, Instagram, Oculus, WhatsApp, and Messenger all stopped working for hours and are still down at the time of filming. And I'm just tickled pink.
Great. Wow.
This is so awesome.
Life is good.
This is so great. The issue appears to involve Facebook's BGP configuration. It stands for Border Gateway Protocol, which is responsible for routing traffic across the internet. The outages led tons of users to check other sites like Twitter to see what was going on, leading to Twitter experiencing loading errors as it struggled under the traffic. Now, this was all probably caused by an error Facebook's engineers made when changing settings, but it happened on the same day that the whistleblower who leaked Facebook's internal records concerning teens' mental health and problems with misinformation came forward. Coincidence? The truth is out there.
James, no, your health.
They got me. I'll never stop. The 5G, my blood. If you're planning on buying a shiny new Windows 11 gaming PC, you might be in for a surprise, a rude one, because PC Gamer found that a feature called Virtualization-Based Security, or VBS, which is expected to be installed on most Windows 11 pre-builts, can cause gaming performance to drop by as much as 28%.
That's more than a quarter.
It looks like this might be happening because VBS creates a more secure portion of memory to protect certain kinds of security software from malware. Unfortunately, that cuts it off from being used by games. But put down your pitchfork for now. Also, why do you have a pitchfork in your house?
For big macaroni.
Because the effect does depend on which game you're running. And it's still unclear whether VBS will be enabled by default on gaming pre-builts or in the Windows ISO you might download to do a clean install. Hopefully we get some answers when Windows 11 launches tomorrow o'clock. I knew Microsoft was friendlier with Linux than it used to be, but right now they're really trying to boost the user base there, huh?
They really care about each other.
Yeah, sharing.
Here's some users.
Sharing is caring.
Oh.
And the design of Intel's first Arc Alchemist gaming desktop's graphics card has hit the web. And let's just say, we may want to start calling Intel Team Silver.
Silver Fox. Woo.
That was surfing.
Okay.
YouTuber Moore's Law is Dead worked with his insider sources to create 3D renders of the card, showing a silver fan shroud with an illuminated Intel logo on the top, alongside a 6-pin and 8-pin power connector.
Nice.
Chef's kiss. That could supply up to 300 watts to the card, but Alchemist is expected to have a much lower TDP, using a combination of science and magic.
Alchemist. Getting into Alchemist.
That's how Rally was conceived.
Powerful.
Unfortunately, Moore's Law, the YouTuber, says we won't see the cards available for purchase until the second quarter of next year.
Wow.
And even that assumes the chip shortage won't delay it even more. But some analysts expect that Intel could use lower prices to compete with graphics heavyweights NVIDIA and AMD, so they might just be worth the wait. Not that you have any choice, but you wait and save.
Wait, that's just what life is.
Unless the shortage gets worse, and then you wait and save and pay more.
Then you die.
It's all gonna net out. Just get what you can get when you can get it, guys. Just like this. Now it's time for the Quick Bits, brought to you by TeamGroup, who recently announced new overclocked DDR5 memory, better heat dissipation, larger capacity RAM, and a bunch of other tech at their annual team event. And they're celebrating with sick giveaways. A ton of prizes are available to be won, like SSDs, RAM, a Nintendo Switch for goodness sakes, or even the grand prize, a $3,500 gaming PC. So watch the event, find out how TeamGroup can help you boost your PC's performance, and enter for your chance to win at lmg.gg/teamevent21 or by using the link in the video description, because we're nice. Quick Bits, if you can't see them, they're behind you.
Woo!
If you thought the feud between ex-president and current nobody Donald Trump and Twitter was over, you'd be wrong, as Trump has filed suit against Twitter over his permaban. Get over it, man. Trump is arguing that Twitter's actions violate Florida's new deplatforming law, which prevents social media platforms from banning politicians. But that law is actually not currently in force due to a court decision that said it actually violates the free speech rights of social media companies to host the kinds of content they want to host. Wait, did Trump take down Facebook?
His son's really good at hacking.
The Epic Game Store is finally getting achievements after being criticized for their omission since the store's launch. The system will work similarly to what you might see on Steam or consoles, naturally, with developers being able to put in achievements that have to add up to 1,000 points per game. Not sure why this took so long. Maybe Epic was using all their achievement points on lawyers.
Oh,
Hey, boom!
God, nice one, James. Woo!
If you're a YouTube TV subscriber, and we're told you exist, you'll be pleased to know that NBC Universal reached a deal with YouTube TV to keep its channels on the service. The two parties were in a spat that threatened to remove 14 channels at the end of September, including local NBC affiliates and NBCSN. The latter being a blow for sports fans who might have sought other options, as live sports continue to be one of the major drivers of revenue for cable and cable-like services. And that's how you know John Martin picked these stories, baby.
Thanks, John.
We're not all just nerds. Some of us are nerdy sports fans.
Yeah.
We do exist.
Nerd sports, ever heard of it?
If you've been excited to move your money to the digital bank Google was reportedly launching, prepare for disappointment, as the project known as Plex, that already exists, Google,
I know.
has been canceled. 400,000 people signed up for a waitlist, but lots of staff turnover at Google Pay appears to have sunk the idea, along with the fact that Google Pay app works much differently depending on where you are in the world. And besides, what's wrong with traditional banks except almost everything, huh? Do you like fees? Do you like waiting? Do you like everyone knowing everything about what you do? How about middlemen? Well, we got a service for you.
These are on the ground floor.
Yeah, don't buy crypto. That's for losers and porno. And there's finally an 8K 60 frames per second game on the PS5. It's called The Tourist, and it was actually a game that came out on Switch 2 years ago. But the PS5 version renders natively at 8K without any kind of upscaling. I'm guessing the graphics suck. Even if you actually have an 8K TV though, you won't be able to output 8K from the PS5 as the console downsamples the 8K to 4K. But you'll still be able to tell your friends that it's really 8K, which I think is the main point anyway.
Whoa, you have 8K?
And like such a gesture, I think we've gotten our point across, so come back on Wednesday for more tech news, probably delivered by another host because I do not feel
You
well.
have to lie down, James.
Oh.
Do you need secret